So I think what we are going to do today, last live we started to build something over here. In all honesty, it wasn't doing it. Wasn't quite feeling it. So I think we're gonna completely, well, we already did scratch it. We're gonna completely scratch that building and we're going to rework our entryway here. And so that's what we're gonna do. Coming close to the end on this build. So we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Let's rotate this guy. Just kind of scoot it out the way. Marco, welcome in, welcome in. Vanix, welcome in, welcome in. How are you all? How's y'all's day going? How's y'all's day? What you got going on today? Anything exciting? So honestly, I think we're just gonna delete this. And we're gonna plot a few buildings down and try to determine the path we're going to take. And in all honesty, I kind of want to bring the water a little closer to over here. Maybe bring it out a little bit like that. Jenny, how are you? How are you doing today? Zen, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you? Pretty good. Might try to play Tiny Glade again after letting it collect dust. Let's go. Do it. Join the Discord if you haven't. Join the Discord. Share your builds. We want to see it. We want to see them. Jenny, how are you doing today? The plan for today. So last live, we started to build something right here. In all honesty, it just wasn't quite matching what we had going on. Last live, we also built a little bit of like an entryway type of thing. So I think we're going to keep that something subtle, something simple right there. And I think today what we're going to do is we're just going to work on this last little area. I want to put some sort of communal building in this area. So maybe we'll do something kind of, I'm not sure. I think we're going to have to put some buildings on the ground and just plot it out to see how it looks. Because I'm kind of debated, right? We've got these buildings and we could continue to go with these style buildings and just make it more of like, apartments, townhouses, I don't know what you want to call them, stuff like that. But I don't know. Honestly, I think this is like the most challenging part. Superfan status, Bean just joined. Bean, welcome in. Welcome in. Ellis, welcome in. Thank you for the heart, my friend. Love Lower Village next to the Floating Kingdom. Yeah, see, I really like the way this looks. Bean, Gar, how are you? Misa, welcome, and I see you in here too. Let's see, let's see. Honestly, I feel like usually I put a lot more thought into what the next step is on these builds, but this one I feel like I've just kind of been winging it a lot. I'll get on here and not really have much of a thought. I'm just like, what about this? Watching X build while it's raining. Let's go. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So what if we do like another somewhat big building right here? And keep in mind, this is our entrance right here. We could do like the entrance lined with some trees. I don't want to get too crazy with it. And we could do something kind of like, and also I don't want to take away from the viewpoint. Oh gosh, we're looking at a tree. Oh gosh, my controller's not even hooked up. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay. It's a pretty tree. Pretty tree right there. So we got the pathway coming in, but we want to be able to look up like this. So that tree might have to go. But if we have a pathway going down, I think we might be onto something with this. He threw us in a tree. Don't worry, I got you out the tree though. I got you out, girl. Saving the day like a cat in the tree. Got you out. All right, let's take this tree right here and put it over here and do this. Girl, Misa, how's your day? Have I asked you how your day's going? Have I asked? Jenny, are you tired because it's Monday? Let's see. I think what I want to do, I think I want to do like a path like this. I think we're gonna work on the path for an entryway. Let's do something like this. Let's just kind of wing it. See how it looks. If it doesn't look good, then we won't do it. We'll just do something different. And honestly, it's okay if it doesn't look perfect. It'll be alright. What's the difference? It might be a little wobbly, but that's alright. My day's amazing? Girl, tell us more. Why is your day amazing? Tell us more. We want to know why Misa is having an amazing day. Ia, welcome in. How are you, friend? How are you? Also, Bannock's coming in with the heart meat, the Tiny Carl, Kia with the heart meat, and the You're Awesome. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. Means a lot. How's your day going? You're tired because I'm moving? Oh, girl. That's correct. Completely understand. Superfan status, Misa. Girl. Completely understand that, Jenny. How much more of your moving process do you have? So you've got to be somewhat close to done, yeah? All right, so what if we do this? Let's do something kind of like this same thing over here. We'll get rid of this path so it's not blocking. Have something kind of like that high. Girl is my favorite word. I'll say it even to the guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Just as a generic term. Maybe I should be like, girl, dude. Should we do dude for the guys? Girl, dude. What do you think? What are we thinking? Canyon, welcome in, welcome in. Slim, how are you? I downloaded this game and it's the most addicting game and relaxing. It is. Slim, glad you downloaded it. Q, welcome in. Yeah, so it's just building. That's all it is. Kenna, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Gotta go to sleep, Fanix. Hopefully have a good night. Thanks for being in. Take it easy. All that good stuff. Big smooches. Love you, bye. Fanix, are you still in here? Big smooches. Wait. Do the thing in the chat. Bam. Love you, bye. And then what if we do these like this? It's okay if this is a little bit wobbly. And let's edit the fence and make it white, maybe, possibly. Raise it up. Let's bring it short just a smidge. What if we do like this for an entryway? Burning Supernova, welcome in. Thanks for sharing. Mercy, welcome in, welcome in. This is a game. So this is Tiny Glade. It's pretty much like SimCity and Minecraft had a child, and it was extremely aesthetically appealing, and it's medieval, and it's just freaking awesome. So yeah, Luma, is Luma in here? I see you in here, Luma. How are you doing, friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Your builds are looking amazing, as always. For anyone that's in here that likes Tiny Glade, Luma is in here as well. So follow Luma. She does some tutorials and stuff as well. Does some interior builds. Is currently working on a Wizard of Oz build, and it's looking good. Mo, welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for the heart meat. Luma, thank you for the High Bear and the Heart Me. Supermark coming in with the Heart Me also. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you, thank you. But the plan for today. Okay, so last live we were working on something over here. I'll be honest, completely deleted it. I looked at it before the live and I was like, it's got to go. So I deleted it. Sensation. Welcome in. What's the what's the streak at? What's the streak at? But what we are doing today, we're reworking this entrance. So I'm thinking a path lined with trees coming along this way. And then over here, we'll do, I'm thinking another building kind of like these of some sort, something like this. And I'm not sure what type of building behind it, but we'll do some sort of building and some sort of a communal building type thing. Can you download it on phone? No, it's only available on Mac and PC. Unfortunately, it's only available on Mac and PC and Steam Deck. So if you have a Steam Deck, it's available on that too. But yes, Mac and PC. Queen. Did I say Queen? Marlene. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart, my friend. How are you doing? How are you? Hopefully your day's going well. Day, evening, I guess more like evening for you, yeah? But hopefully your day went well. Hopefully all that stuff's happening. All the good stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna do this on both sides. We're gonna do a little link of this. Maybe since we already have this right here, maybe we'll do like a little, I don't know, a little flower garden over here or something silly like that, and then we'll just keep this path going. I'm good evening, yes, after 8 p.m. I played Tiny Glade again today. Let's go, Marlene. Share your builds. Share your builds. Yeah, if anyone wants to know about interiors, Luma for sure. Luma and Beauty. I know Beauty will come in here at some point in time. We'll give Beauty a shout out when she comes in as well. Beauty is phenomenal at doing the interiors. Morgs, welcome in. I'm in therapy right now, but hi. Girl, therapy. Physical therapy, mental therapy, emotional support. What are we doing? You don't gotta tell us. But hopefully therapy goes well. Good luck. Do your thing. Get something out of it. That's great. That's great. Mac, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for the heart me, the go popular, the tiny Carls. Thank you so much. Llama with the heart me as well. How are you? Mental, emotional. If you know, you know. Morgs, girl. Mental health, that's a huge thing. Gotta focus on it. Gotta have that emotional outreach and all that good stuff. I can speak on that with my line of work. Girl, I've been harping on it for a couple lives. Been saying check up on your people because you never know. You never know what people are going through. We all have our own lives going on, own crazy things, our own stressors. Sometimes life's tough. Sometimes you just need someone to chat with. Talk it out. Be a little bird. A chatterbox. Let's see. Let's draw this path out real quick. So we don't want it to be exactly perfect. If it's not perfect, it's completely fine. We want this to come something along this way. And then up here. Just as kind of like a bit of a spacing type of thing. Let's do that. Drop this down. Drop those down. Misa, I'm having blueberry pancakes, sausage links, and scrambled eggs for lunch. Girl, that sounds delicious. Jenny says therapy is incredible, literally life-changing. I mean, it's honestly true. It's honestly true. Sometimes you need that support that you didn't know you didn't have, or from, you know, a professional, as you might call them. Let's do this. Bring it down to about that height. do this. Sarah, welcome in. I'm obsessed with how ASMR-ish this game is. Girl, this game is very satisfying in all aspects. In all aspects. Like I always say, the developers did a phenomenal job with the aesthetics, the sounds, like pretty much everything about this game. The developers did a good job with it. They can always add a little more, and it seems like they are adding more stuff, and they're doing the stuff that we want them to do. Let's rotate this out this way a little bit. It's not good enough rotation for it. Let's rotate just a little bit more. Alley Cat, welcome in. Have you been playing the game, Alley Cat? Cat, how are you doing? I've never seen this game before, Cat. You're saying it looks so nice. Well, Cat, do you have a PC? If you have a PC, 10 out of 10 recommend you get it. Here for my post-PT nap. Let's go. What do we do for PT? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, friend. Thank you, thank you. If I miss some of the chats, I'll just go and say it in advance. My apologies. Sometimes I get a little focused. I try keeping up with the chats, but sometimes, mainly all the time, partially most of the time, but sometimes I get a little distracted. Regardless, we're making it work. So the plan for today, Marlene's asking. So this is the build that we're currently working on. Let's zoom out and look at it. We've got 104 people in here at the moment, 8 new followers. If you're in here and you're enjoying the content and you haven't followed yet, do me a favor, drop a follow. So this is the kingdom that we're currently working on. How much is this game? It's $15, but it goes on sale probably like once a month or every other month for varies between $11 to $13, and then its regular price is $15. But it's a full game. There's no add-ons, there's no DLC, there's no leveling up, no extensions, no additional purchases. It's available on Mac and PC and Steam Deck. Those are the only places you can find it. So this is our current building game. Since when are you at 15K? We've been at 15K for like a week and a half, I want to say. A week and a half. You can build all that? Yes. No, you can do little huts and stuff, but you can also do big kingdoms. By all means. Literally about to buy it right now. I've never been influenced so fast. Cat. All right, well, let me keep influencing you first of all. If you haven't followed Cat, hit the follow button. Second, join the Discord. Third, share your builds on the Discord. Show us your builds. Luma, okay, friend, gotta go into lurk mode. Gotta get some work done. All right, Luma. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the heartbeats. Thanks for the support. We'll see you next time. You can build a dragon, literally anything. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you speak Spanish? I do not. I do not. So what we're working on today, the goal for today, we're going to mess with the entranceway right here, right? So when you're coming in from outside of this village, out that way, right? You're coming in from out that way. This is going to be the entryway. So when you come in, we're going to have, ignore that big block right there. This is going to be our little like viewpoint. When you come in, you're going to be like, ooh, wow, big floating kingdom. Wow. And today the goal is to work on this entrance. So we're going to put this style fence on either side of this row. I just kind of have this down just kind of as a reminder of where our path is and just about where the center path is. So we're going to come down this way. We're going to put like 1 or 2 buildings right here, and we might do like some sort of a communal building back behind it. But I don't know, because as far as like big buildings are concerned, like we already have this huge building. And this is kind of the kingdom, the communal building. It could be the school. It could be everything that you need it to be. So yeah, Mona, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? How big is the world? So let's zoom out. Nat, welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you? So this is as big as the world is, and like I said, you can you can't change the size of the map that you're on, but depending on how big you make your buildings, depends on how much stuff you can fit into it. You know what I mean? Like if you make everything huge, then you're not going to be able to fit much on it. But if you do smaller sized huts and houses, then you can fit a lot. So yeah. On your way to pick up some Little Caesars hot and ready? Shoo. Notice says tired of watching until I fall asleep. Let's go. Let's go. What time is it where you are? What are we doing for a hot and ready? Blake, how are you doing? Go big or go home. Exactly. That's why we have this huge floating kingdom. I'll be lurking. All right, Mo. Hopefully the food's good. Tell us what you're having. Tell us about what you're having. We want to know. I know we completely forgot. We gotta do another fence beside this. There. Drag it across. Just this guy. It's alright if it's not perfect. It's part of this game. Sometimes imperfections look okay. I feel like we kind of try to make it pretty perfect, but you know, it's whatever. It is what it is. Chicken, rice, and scrambled eggs. Let's go. Kind of basic. Just can't be bothered with food. Now I completely understand. Completely understand. Make it perfect. That's crazy. Alyssa, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you? All right, let's do this fence on top. In all honesty, let's just delete this guy and we'll draw our own fence because I kind of want to have a little bit of crook in it. As it comes across. You know, honestly, with this fence, oh gosh, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. Verena, how are you doing, friend? How are you? Welcome in. How are you? Nat, been part of the fan club for 2 months. Let's go. Working on 65. Let's go. How do you find that person? What do you mean, sensation? How do we find what person? This is so cool. Cade, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, friend. Let's see. Yeah, we just went and blocked that person. I think they're a bot. I'm fine. What about you? I'm doing good. Can't complain. Can't complain. Yeah, it is just single player. It would be nice if they made it multiplayer. Excuse me. It would be nice if they made a multiplayer. And one of the big things I do wish they add at some point is servers where you can upload your builds and view other people's builds. Single player with Carl. Yeah, so we do have sheep and ducks and fish and little birds. Where's Carl at? I just saw Carl a little bit ago. Is he over here? Oh gosh. I swear, Carl is like, where's Waldo? All the time. Where's Waldo? I don't see Carl. Are you ready for the next update? I'm pretty excited for it. Pretty excited. Hopefully they keep the updates coming too. I know a lot of people want to see more props. Is Carl the sheep? Carl is the sheep. below the castle. Oh gosh, there's not much. Oh, look, there he is. He's straight stranded. Hi, Carl. So we get 3 sheep on the map. 3 sheep and endless ducks, endless birds, endless fish. I don't know where the other Carl is though. Is he like hiding up here in the bushes? No. What about over here? Is he hiding in these bushes? Is he hiding up here? Oh gosh. Carl is there. He is. There's one of them. Straight missing. Where's your friends at, dude? Are they on the other edges of the map? Alright, anyways, we're just completely getting sidetracked. I don't know. Raphael, what game is this? This is Tiny Glade. You should totally make an ASMR video with your voice and the game. So if you search for me on the other platforms, we're not allowed to say them, but if you search for my name, X87, you might find me. You might find me. Just saying. Really all I do is upload the live recordings, but still. You know what I mean? Still a thing. Take this guy, bring it up here. Sure, we're roughly about the same length. Scoot it over just a smidge. Down, do this guy. Carl's fan count is higher than X's. True story. Honestly, I think that's usually what people come in for. Once when I pet Carl, they're like, all right, I'm out. Bye. And that's it. Gone. Vanished. Disappeared. That and roller coasters. One or the other. I think that's probably about a fact. I'm here for the ducks. Doesn't Mo really like the ducks? We can give the ducks another little pet. And you know what? Now that I'm kind of doing these, honestly, I think it might be better if we rotate these and do them this direction. And the reason I say that is because maybe, just maybe, we might have enough space. We're going to put the thing on the top of them. Just maybe. We might have enough space here. Can we do this? How big do we have to be? Put a double window right there. Let's go over here to this guy. Let's raise this guy up. Take this guy and rotate it. This guy and rotate it. Audrey, welcome in, friend. How are you doing? Just to see. There we go. How am I? I'm doing good. Vana, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I've been ignored and forgotten. Vana, Carl, how are you? Superfan status coming in. What we think? All right, let's put this cap back on there real quick. Let's lower that down. Bring it up a little bit. Yeah, we get locked in sometimes. Sometimes we get a little locked in. Oh, we're beefing now. Straight up beef. Are we at least like 93-7 beefing it? At least a little bit of lean beef, you know what I mean? Rather than like the 80-20 or something, you know what I mean? What do we think? Is that decent? Do we like that? Do we like that? That could be too much work. Bean says, I like it. Yes. So that could be a lot to do. What if we put, hear me out, okay? Oh gosh. What if we put a light inside of it instead of on top of it? Just hear me out for it, okay? Just hear me out. So just trust the process. Let's do this right here. Put a little light right there. Do this. Make it small. Squeeze it in there. And let's turn it to nighttime. That'd be a nice little touch. Now, granted, it's honestly very subtle. It is a very subtle thing, but it's still there. Why did you ask? Oh no. Maybe add another one on top. We could do one on top. We can do one on the top and one inside, potentially. Listen, listen. Just do the other one. What do we think? Is that potential? I feel like that right here, this little piece, just needs to come out just a bit like that, possibly. Or maybe like that. One on top, one inside. Pause. Pause. What are we pausing for? Girls, this game doesn't have a pause option. Oh, God. You just said it was too much work and then start doing even more. Oh my gosh. Batty D. Girl, welcome in. How are you, friend? How are you? All right, let's turn the lights back on. Let's turn the lights back on. I'm getting scared. Getting slightly scared. Slightly scared. Someone said hydrate also. Friend, I think we all need to take a moment. Take a moment. Just do it with me. Do it with me. Got a nice little thing of water. Honestly, I listened back to it, and I think what you all hear is the water in the bottle. I don't think you all actually hear me gulping. I'm just gonna ruin it. Regardless, always make a tornado sound. Yeah, I think it's. I've listened back to it, Bean. I think y'all are just full of it. Okay. I just. You mean a sippy cup? Yes. Girl, why am I gonna be like that? Why would it be like that? Batty, how have you been, friend? How's life? Tell us. What we got going on? What's the drama? What's the word? I really hope they add the copy option for real. For my sake. Make doing this so much easier. It's a bubble sound, no big deal. Kaylin, thank you, friend. That's why I call it true friend. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Everyone else, dude, mute. Don't be weird. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's lower this one down. Also, we got finish. You can't even notice that there's a crack right there. It'll save a lot of time. It will. Ashley, welcome in. How are you doing? Watching my favorite builder? Girl, don't lie about it. Don't lie about it. You know? What's for lunch? Anything exciting for lunch? Pizza, tacos, salad, chicken salad? Anything crazy? What is it? Tell us what's the lunch menu. The way you duplicate everything. And you know, the duplication thing. So on the map bridge, on that map, I did kind of like the buildings are all the same. But like cookie cutter housing, that's a term that people use in real life. But it would be a lot easier if we could just copy this and put another one back here. And then copy this guy and put another one right here. You know what I mean? All right, Verena, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Don't be weird, but big smooches. Love you, bye. Have a good day. Do all the cool things. Stay awesome. Stay great. Stay you. Big smooches. Let's see. Going to work in a little bit. Free me. I wish. I think we're all kind of in that same boat. Better get the same goodbye message. Batty. Oh, Batty, I don't know. That's a hard request. I'm just kidding. Let's raise that up just a smidge. Don't be weird. That's what it is. Don't be weird. Look, if you make it weird, it's weird. But if you don't make it weird, it's not weird. You know what I mean? Like that's just the fact of the matter. This calms me down so much. I'm glad. Did we just completely skip over finishing this one? How did we do that? Okay, first of all, let's zoom out. How did we do the first one? We skipped finishing the second one. Didn't do the third one. And we moved to the fourth one. How did we end up doing this? Did we just get distracted on which one we were working on? I think that was the case. I think we got distracted and somehow we skipped over to this one and we're not even working on that one. Let's just raise this up. I think it's a couple of things. I think it's the quality of the microphone and it's just the way I talk. You know what I mean? I think it's just a little combination of the both of them. I feel like if I got a new mic, I don't know. Maybe it would pick up too much. You know what I mean? Mickey, welcome in. Thank you for the heart, my friend. How are you doing? New ASMR unlocked. Let's go. Unlocking ASMR all day. All right. Let's put the top on here. How's everything been, Mickey? Anything exciting going on? Anything crazy? What's new? Coming in with the heart meat, the little kisses, and the tiny Carl? Girl. Friend, thank you. Let's raise this up. It has that little part sticking out. What do you mean? What do you mean we got that little part sticking out? I'm gonna keep watching this while I work because it's so relaxing. Jelly, thank you so much, friend. Hopefully, your day at work's going smooth. Also, Jelly, girl, hit the follow button. Do the follow thing. Send like 3 likes, some smooches and stuff. Okay, maybe not the smooches. Don't be weird about it. Don't be worried about it. I thought you were building really small houses for a moment. That's kind of funny. Isabella, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Arcus, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, Arcus, in all honesty, so I hope at some point they give us straight board fences rather than these. I don't mean to call them rickety fences, but rather than fences like this. Because in all honesty, I would love to do the top portion of this a straight piece like that. I would love to do a straight beam going from one end to the other. But the issue is we'd have to do a path. And if we do a path, then it does this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I guess we could do the stairs tool underneath it, but I feel like we're already locked in with what we're doing. So we could technically do like the stairs tool underneath it like this. Do that type of thing over top of it. But I don't think that would look the same. Sometimes being wonky looks good. That's very true. That's very true. Very, very true. So, I think we're going to keep it with how it is. Like that. And it might look crooked at the moment. It's not supposed to be exactly perfectly straight. It might be a little crooked, and that's perfectly fine. It's kind of what we're going for. We're kind of going for a little bit of imperfection, but we still want to be aesthetically appealing. This in the middle, that's kind of just as a guide to remind us that the center of the path is going to be roughly in this area. That way we can kind of keep equal spacing between where the fence is and where the center path is. That's kind of the thought. But we want lined with this fence and lined with trees. Cutie pie, old town with crooked fences. Yes, exactly. That's what we're going for. A cutie pie, old town with crooked fences. You hit the nail on the head. That's it. 10 out of 10. Yeah, that wall is kind of just like a reference. So yeah, partially just a reference. Is the entrance just starting with the fence, or are you doing something extra? So we've got this little guy right here, and I wish we could do something. I mean, I guess we could do something a little more extravagant, but this is kind of, if the town were to have a sign, this would be where the sign is. But obviously we don't have a sign. It would be nice to get some more metal work, like metal fencing. Arcus, I 100% agree. Like if we could get metal picket fences, that would be awesome. That, or even like for like decks, like if we get little metal picket fences for like this, that'd be so awesome. I love the little camera in this game. The filter tools are so cool. Yeah, so did you know when you do the filters, if I'm not mistaken, if you go to your camera mode and you go to your filters and you change the filter, it stays like that when you're building. Did you know that? So if, I don't know, if you want to do some weird color filters, you can change it. And it stays like that while you build. So just saying. Just do a sign, maybe. Is a later option? Yeah. Maybe later. You like how it makes it tiny and so clear. Let's do a size comparison. So we keep these things relatively consistent in size. Do something like that. Squeeze this guy in. Metal roofs would be nice too. I agree. I agree on that. Metal roofs would be nice. I'm gonna play the game while watching you play. Vana, do it. Do it. Also, share your builds. I haven't played in forever, so I can't remember. Gotcha. Do you mean like the camera mode where it looks like a high definition camera type thing? Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about like this thing? Where it just makes it look so high definition. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It does make it look like it's a dollhouse type thing also. Like it makes your big houses look so small. I definitely know what you mean. Here I'm not playing Tiny Glade. I don't have the patience. Playing Coral Island. That's crazy. The Yellow House is cute. So we've got our upper kingdom over here. Got the little blue house, the yellow house in the middle. This kind of like a, what do you want to call it, like pinkish kind of house. In the front of the yellow house, I really like the front of this house. Hey, it's me, D. Welcome in. Welcome in. Tiana, welcome in. How are you doing? It's giving me Mr. Rogers opening credits. That's crazy. Patty, are you still driving? Patty, no TikTok living while driving. IG says Arcus, not as cute as you though. Coming in hot. Arcus, thank you for the 3 populars as well. Vana coming in with the manifesting too? Girl. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. You're not driving anymore? Finally home? Alright, Patty. Well, in which case, glad you're home. Stay in chat. Vana coming in with the gold medal? Girl. Girl. Calm down. Going crazy with it. Thank you so much, friend. So, Vana. Girl, just so you know, one of the things that we do, I know you know, but I'll say it again because we got new people in here that don't know. But one of the things that we do is we gift this game to people. So we have gifted this game. I just tallied it up yesterday or the day before, and we've gifted it to 31 people. And we do that with what we earn from doing TikTok lives and such stuff. So we've earned enough that we've gifted this game to 31 people. So that's awesome. So If you've ever contributed with heart me's, gifts, superfan status, all that stuff, you all are the ones that make it possible for gifting this to people. So, genuinely, thank you all for being part of it, making it happen, and making it possible. Without you all being in here, none of it would happen. So it's completely community gifts from you all to the community, not just me. I'm just here providing the space for y'all to come in. There we go. That's what we're trying to get. Caleb, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? 31 people, that's amazing. Marlene, it is. That's a lot of people when you think about it. That's a lot of people. Yes, spread the tiny glade addiction for real. That's partially the goal. Let people have a little bit of an addiction problem like we do. Give them a place to create. Ruby, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? 909, welcome in. How do you have so much space in the box? So it's a matter of scaling, kind of. So one of the things a lot of people have issues with is scaling their buildings appropriately. So they'll do extremely massive buildings rather than buildings that are appropriately sized. And when you do them kind of scaled down and keep them kind of small, you can fit a lot more in here. I'm also building a new enclosure for 6 foster kittens. Girl, that's awesome. That's awesome. Post pictures. We want to see. We want to see. All right, have we done lights in here? Done lights in that one. Lights on top. Lights in this one. Lights on top. No lights in this one. No lights on top. Let's do another little wall. Put this in right here. Make it skinny. Bring it down. Let's get ourselves a flat piece of stairs. Put a light on top of it. Make it small. Bring those together. Put it in here. Make sure it's kind of centered. Raise it up just a little bit. And then we'll put a cap on it. Yeah, if I miss y'all's chat sometimes, my apologies. Sometimes I do get a little locked in. But we gotta finish this build. It's a fact of the matter. We are on a time crunch. We gotta start our next project. Marcus, thank you for the 2 tiny Carls. Marlene with the 5 Go Populars. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is it only on Steam? My MacBook would explode if I got another game. So if you're on MacBook or on Mac, it has to be Mac 14 or higher for the operating system. If it's 14 or higher, you should be good for playing it. But don't hold me accountable for it if you get it and it doesn't quite work. But don't you have this game, Fauna? Don't you have this game? Oh, you already had it. You don't have this game? Vana, girl, what do you mean? What do you mean? Mac's probably too old. Double check your Mac status. Shoot me a message. Double check your Mac status. We've been gifting it to some people. Just last week we gifted it to like 3 people. But shoot me a message. We can probably pull some strings, check the finances, we can probably gift it to you. Just saying. You've been here for quite a bit. Okay, Justin Bieber, that's crazy. What cursor settings are you using? Question mark. So the settings are all default that I'm using. They're all default settings. I did slow down the camera by a little bit, but not by much. So I think by default it's at 10 for your rotation speed and movement speed, or 1, not 10, but 1, and I changed it to 0.7. But everything else about the settings is the default, I think. I don't think I really changed anything else. All right, maybe for the entranceway, maybe we'll just do this long right here, because if we keep going too far, it's gonna be just way too much. So I think we're gonna do that. That way we don't get too crazy with it. So much easier to move. So another thing, applesauce, one of the things that people will sometimes come in that are new to the game, and they'll say that they have trouble with the movement and controls of it. So what I do is I only use the mouse when playing this game. I'll use on the keyboard, I'll use Q for going down like that, and I'll use E for going up, because sometimes, like, say in like this area down here we're working and the camera gets shoved up into the kingdom, sometimes it's easier to press E to get out of that spot than using the mouse. But I use the mouse for the majority of my movement. It makes it a whole lot easier. Marlene says I couldn't without the keyboard. See, I can't with the keyboard. When it comes to gaming, I pretty much strictly game on controller. But this game would be impossible with the controller. You can do it with the controller, so I'm sure like if you have limitations or you like that's your thing, you'd be able to do it. But for me personally, I'd cry doing this controller only. I would cry. Is that Donut? Thank you so much for the heart, me friend. Thank you. Hopefully your day's going well. Let's do this. Lower it down just a little bit. And check this side. We'll raise it up. That down. Get out of here. We got going. Holy cow. What just happened? Where does it even go? I'll be honest. I'm not sure how that happened. This looks like more of a complicated version of Town to City. So Town, if I'm not mistaken, Town to City kind of has a little bit of management aspect in it. This does not. I love how I can go in the first person, actually walk around. Yeah, Aiden, that's very beneficial in my opinion. So it definitely helps with gauging the scale of your builds. Making sure everything's lined up. Dandelion, have I said hi to you yet, Dandelion? I think I've seen you in the chat say a couple things, but I don't think I've said hi yet. Dandelion, hopefully your day's going well. How are you? Sometimes I miss people. Did they add more stuff to the game? So if the last time you played was during the beta, then yes, they've added more stuff. I've only been playing the game for like 7 months, and since I've been playing the game, they haven't come out with any updates, but they're coming out with an update next month where they're adding a few new features, and it's gonna be pretty sweet. Light coming in with 10K likes. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the support. We're at 51 1,000 likes. I always mention it, but the likes, the gifts, the comments, saying anything in the chat, following, all that stuff helps the live out tremendously. So genuinely, thank you all so much for being here, being part of it, being engaged. That on top like that. Make it a little more centered. Let's do another one like that. Put a light on it. Drag it close together. Make it skinny. Put it in the middle. Raise it up a little bit. Let's delete this just to get a glimpse of it. Actually, no, before we do that, let's take the path and run it along the edge. You hope they add people into the game. So I'm 50-50 about the people, you know? Like, I enjoy that it doesn't have people, and I don't want to have to manage a town. However, seeing people walk around doing just random things, that would be pretty neat. But I kind of just like it the way it is. Let's delete that, delete this. Let's do the walking around view. Scoot over here real quick. Honda City does have a sandbox mode with people. Yeah. So here's our entryway. This is where we're coming in from outside the village. So when you come in, that's your sign saying that this is the Floating Kingdom. That'll be our first view when you come in. I think up there, we might do something different up there. Bible, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, Marlene, I'm with you. Dean, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. And we're going to do this on this side as well. Keep that in mind. This is just the one side. I think we might do something along the bottom of it as well. But I think that's looking good. We just got to put the fence over here on this side. But I think like this right here, I think we're going to do something like that along the bottom of the entirety of it. I think that'll put us in a good spot for how that looks aesthetically. Let's look at it at nighttime real quick. See what we're looking like. Honestly, let's take the moon. Let's rotate the moon back that way. So we're kind of in the shadows. Only thing I want changed is the map size. So a lot of people talk about the map size being small. And you know, I think a big part of it is scaling your game. Like when you do these maps, I've noticed a lot of people make their buildings extremely large. So since we got this section done, let's just do a real quick glimpse at one of our other maps. Let's do our city map that we did. And this will kind of show you the size. I mean, it's still the same size map. It takes a second to load because we've got this one pretty jam-packed. But it's got to turn to daytime, so just hang tight. But it's the same size map, but we're able to fit a lot of stuff on this map. So, Michaela, as you can see, this is the size of our map. And this is no mods, no cheats, nothing crazy. But as you can see, this is pretty much a city. Like, we have this packed. Mo coming in with the 3 good jobs. Thank you so much, friend. Blue Dusk, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. This is probably one of my favorite maps that I've created. Can't see the interior, so you can't really. I mean, you can do the insides, but it's not. I always say you can't really. I mean, you can do the insides, but it's not desirable. And Blue Dusk, one of the things, sometimes people come in and they talk about creativity. If you have trouble with creativity, then just try and recreate. Hop on Google Earth, Google Maps, I don't know, TikTok, and just look at places over in like Europe or I don't know, anywhere in the States that has old timey buildings and use that as references and recreate them. Yeah, I've got a bunch of tips and tricks on my page, so definitely check them out as well. I've got 118 people in here as well. Just FYI, if you're new here, if you've been lurking, if you haven't hit the follow button yet, do me a favor, hit the follow button. Big smooch. Follows, comments, likes, heart me's, gifts, those things help the live out tremendously. All right, back to where we were. Where did you learn the finger points of this app? What do you mean? The finer points. So, honestly, it's kind of just been watching people play and also being slightly obsessed with the game. This is one of those games where the more you play, the more you'll learn for sure. And so it's kind of just been like that in a sense. The finger points, that's what it says, Misa. Gosh, don't get at me. Okay. They corrected it and said finer. It's not always me. It's not always me. Right, hang tight. That's all games. Yeah, for real. And that's how games are. You know what I mean? Chris, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Shadow, thank you for the rose. Yeah, Misa, don't worry. Don't worry. Look, y'all are crazy. Always thinking it's me. Y'all are always so fast to point the finger. I'm just kidding. Kind of. But yeah, I mean, learning the finer points, the finer details, the tips and tricks and stuff. Really, it's kind of been watching other people play for one, and then on top of that, it's also just been just playing the game in itself. You know, a little bit of that on both ends of it. I think is that a nice detail to add to the bottom? What if we run it all the way across? I think that's kind of good enough. Bring it all the way up to the edge and just letting that be its own thing. Shadow Blaze gave you everything. Shadow, thank you for the 2 roses, friend. Thank you so much. The gifts are always appreciated, but like I always say, never feel obligated to gift. It does help the live out. It is something you can do to support the live if you're able to, but never feel obligated. Likes, follows, comments, being engaged, those things help the live out tremendously as well. Gets us on the For You page, gets more people in here, new followers, all that good stuff. But genuinely, thank you. Trees coming in with the heart me. Trees, girl, how are you? Sophia, welcome in, welcome in. Nurse, welcome in. How are you? I can only play this for like 30 minutes before it makes me sleepy. DW, that's crazy. Sophia, thanks for sharing the live, friend. Thank you, thank you. How's your day going? Girl, with the nails. Astrid, how are you doing? Shadow, thanks for sharing the live. Girl, I had fun on Fort with you this weekend. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, why you gotta say that? Why you gotta say that? All right, let's create our path. I did say I was gonna hop on with you though. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I did not. Let's do a tree here. Put this tree there. Let's do a tree here. We might have to adjust these trees. These trees looks like it just goes from tall to short. We can't be having that. Fortnite stealing all your money? That's crazy. Fortnite does that. I swear. Alright, Misa, I take it you're leaving. Okay, I'm gonna hop out of here. Hope you have a great stream. Misa, girl, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a freaking boss mod, doing the mod stuff. Really appreciate it. Hopefully, your day goes well. Don't be weird. Big smooches. Love you, bye. Don't be weird about it. Now let's cut it, because I think we can lower this half down a little bit. That looks alright. I'm being weird. I don't care. That's weird. That's weird that you're being weird. Hang tight. My cat is trying to get out of the room. I think she's trapped. Take the cat. I let the cat get out. The cat is out. Nurse, if I didn't get you, thank you for the heart meat, the Go Popular, and the Tiny Carl. Okay, let's do this. Run these across, keep them kind of even. Lady, welcome in. She was trapped. I say trapped. So, all right. Here's the thing. I've got 2 dogs and a cat. The cat litter box is in like the entryway to this room, right? And we have it gated off so the cat can get in and out, but the dogs can't. But when I'm back here gaming, the dogs come back here with me. And I put a baby gate up so the dogs can't get to where the cat litter box is, because for whatever reason, dogs like eating cat turds. I don't know why, but they do. So I had to let the cat out so she could buy the baby gate, essentially. Easy. I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear you're doing well. I mean, that's how it is. You, welcome in, welcome in. You, my day's been pretty good. I'd skipped the gym today. Did I go to the gym today? No, I didn't. I did legs yesterday. Legs are slightly sore. Skipped the gym today. Did some productive things around the house. Nothing too crazy. Tomorrow, I've got a couple more things to do to finish off what I started today. And honestly, I might get some of it done this evening. After the live, I might take care of some of it. Steph, the sounds in this game are so satisfying. Girl, they are. The developers of this game did a phenomenal job with the aesthetics, the sounds, all that stuff. Hang tight. All right, I think we're good. Gus Boy was licking. looks crazy about it. Tally, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Can't go on my usual morning runs. It's raining hard. How far do you go for runs? Tell me about your morning runs. I'm slightly curious. I can never really. I've tried getting into running. I used to love playing soccer, and I used to love skateboarding. But as an adult, I don't do that anymore on either end. I go to the gym. I do a little bit of cardio, mainly at work. If we do PT at work, I do cardio there, but not really at the gym. I'll be honest. But tell me about your runs. How far do you go? 15K steps is your limit? About 1 to 2 hours? Gotcha. Gotta go. All right, Bean, girl. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being awesome. Big smooches. Don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it, Bean. But big smooches. Love you. Bye. Did a morning treadmill? Yeah. And you know, I can do treadmill a little. I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on it. Like going outside and running, I think is a little more enjoyable. But treadmill runs are definitely easier than outdoor runs. Katie says, I'm really glad that you have your stream on vertical and horizontal. 80, actually, I did that just for you. It was not for anyone else. I was thinking, you know what? I bet 80 would genuinely enjoy this. So I did it. And that's why I did it, just for you. Don't tell anybody else that, but truth be told, that's why. Just saying. But yeah. I just love blasting music on the TV while I'm acting like I run away. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dandelion, I love the elliptical. Honestly, I know it sounds terrible, but when I'm at the gym, I don't always do it. But I enjoy two things. One, I do enjoy the Stairmaster because I hate it. Like it is terrible, but I feel like it's kind of like therapeutic in a sense. And then I also really enjoy the sauna, but the sauna's not really. I mean, it's kind of cardio. What do they call it? Like, what do they call cardio? That's not really cardio, but it still gets your heart rate up. What is that called? There's a terminology for it. Psychological warfare. It is. It is. Oh gosh, that's why who was in here talking about a therapist earlier? That's why we need therapists. Just saying. Just saying. Has the music been playing at all for like the past 5 minutes? I remember for a brief second there's the subtle music. I think it heard us talking about it. It's slightly starting to play now. It's very slightly starting to play now. The way you build so satisfying. Thank you. Question mark? No, really. Thanks. We gotta put a light on top of here still. And we gotta put a light inside. I don't think I hear any music then again. Yeah, you know, in all honesty with the lives, I've thought about doing like a relaxing style playlist of music. Like almost like a meditating style playlist type thing, but not too what do you call it? Like boho-y? Is that the terminology for it? Not too crazy with it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, 80. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, I started hearing it after I said something. All right, should we do for this entranceway right here? That tree just changed colors. Look, green tree, flowery tree. Let's take this guy. Actually, we want another small tree. Let's steal this guy. Put this guy back over there. Honestly, what if we do all small trees? I feel like if we're coming into a kingdom, it'd be pretty nice to do all small trees. It's gonna take a minute. And honestly, while building the fence, it might be easier to just do it without trees and then put the trees down. This game is so cute. This game is probably by definition cute. If you look cute up in the dictionary, you'll probably find this game. Beauty. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart meat and the 5 go populars. Welcome in, welcome in. Beauty's another Tiny Glade content creator. Drop them a follow if you want to see superior interior builds. Just FYI. Hopefully today's going well, Beauty. It's okay if it's not perfect, but we just want it roughly similar size. Roughly lined up. Let's do, I guess we need this guy. Fee, welcome in. How are you? How's life? Pixel, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. We've got 192 people in here at the moment. Like I've mentioned, if you're not following, do me a favor, drop a follow. Say something in the chat, send some likes. If you're feeling generous, send a heart me. All those things help the live out tremendously. Helps us grow, puts us on the For You page, all the good stuff. So definitely appreciate it. Let's do something like that, yeah. How goes it? It's going good. Wolfie, how are you doing? How are you? That's the more important question. What's for lunch, dinner, breakfast? What are we having to eat? Something in the chat, send some likes, feeling Jen. 80. I can always count on you. Game looks beautiful. Nick. It is. By definition, it is. This is Tiny Glade. We created a floating kingdom. Got the upper class area up here. I think we're honestly going to do more upper class buildings up here. And then like a restaurant style thing, a market area, more upper class buildings. And then down here is the more normal middle class people. Still uppity kingdom status, but not as uppity as these people. And definitely not as uppity as these people in the kingdom. But yes, we did build all this. All the maps that I show whenever I'm streaming, they're all maps that I've created. No people. No people. E3, welcome in. Thanks for the heart, my friend. How are you doing? Wolfie, thank you. So what we're working on today, we're working on the entranceway. So when you come into the village, because we're standing on a building. So when you come into the village, this is what we're working on. We're going to add some trees, make it look good. But this is where you come in from outside the village. Come in this way, then you get the grand view of the floating kingdom. That'll be like where our sign is for the village. You can see the houses up there. And this will be your pathway coming in. And we're going to have trees on either side of this. We just haven't quite put them there yet. Still working on it. But that's the goal for today. B3, how you doing, friend? What we got going on today? Off work all week? Brother. What are you doing? Nick, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Least as possible, I believe. I believe you. Believe you and can't blame you. Not at all. Nick looks amazing. Can't wait to check back. Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following, being part of it. If you have Tiny Glade, definitely check out my page for tips and tricks and all the good stuff. Did some yard work, partially melted inside. Yeah, I feel you. The humidity is ridiculous. That's the issue. You go outside and it's only like 80 degrees, but the humidity is like freaking 50%, you know? That's the wild part. It's the humidity. What about your degrees? Oh gosh, I can't tell you. Just sweating standing out there for real. Go out to check the mail and you're like, oh gosh, I'm done. Straight cooked. feel like we need to bring those a little closer together. I think we are a little far apart on them. Maybe not. Maybe they're pretty standard. This game's always so cozy. It is. Yeah, developers did a phenomenal job with this game. Hopper on this guy over here as well. It's honestly crazy to think that this is a game. You know what I mean? Like, when you were growing up and playing games, when did you ever think that you'd have a game where all you do is create maps? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's kind of crazy. Wanny, welcome in. Thank you for the heart, mate friend. How are you? Andrea, welcome in. The game art is insane. It is. Like, look at it. And it's crazy because when you zoom in on it and look at these flowers, they're just little, like, sticky notes. That's all they are. Same thing with, like, these flowers. Look at them. They're just little square sticky notes. What's the hardest piece you made? Probably, honestly, probably this floating kingdom. Like, there was a lot of detail in this, and like making sure things are level and lined up. And like, this is the same height as this guy. You know what I mean? And like, I'm pretty sure that this length is the same as this length as this one and this one. Like, it's pretty. This one definitely took the most time. It's almost pretty symmetrical. It's off by a little bit, but it's pretty close. But this one definitely took the most. I think I'm good at building. Christopher, join the Discord. Go on my page, click the link, join the Discord, hit the follow button, share your builds. I want to see them. Right now, we're currently working on this. How long this? So keep in mind, when I don't know the hours counted, right? But keep in mind, when I'm building and playing, I am also streaming, chatting. I do demonstrations, answer questions, do tours of different maps, and all that stuff. You could do that. You could do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to, but you could do that. This game, your imagination is the limit. That's the main thing about this game. If you want to build something, all you gotta do is build it. You know? Let's see. Stayed about like a big block length below it. Something kind of like that. Check. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Grimbones, welcome in. Thanks for the rose, friend. Do this. Lower it down. Match the height. We've got 250 people in here at the moment. So anyone that's new, welcome in. I'm X. This is TinyGlade. We go live most weekdays around 2 p.m. So we're currently working on the Floating Kingdom, and we're building the entryway. So when you come into the village, this is where you're going to see the Floating Kingdom and be like, ooh, wow, and such stuff. So that's what we're currently working on. But if you're new here, if you like the content, if you like TinyGlade, do me a favor. drop a follow, send some likes, say something in the chat. If you're feeling generous, send a heart me. All those things help the live out tremendously. Oh gosh, we did it in one swoop. We don't want it to be extremely straight. We want to have like a little bit of a crook in it. F1, welcome in. How are you? Super bit of a crook. Back. Bring it down just a bit. I think we can slice it right there. Bring that guy down. Like that. That looks good. This is building game? Yes, this is. So that's exactly what you do in this game. Ren, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Here for the lurk? Glad you're in here. Glad you're lurking. Hopefully your day's going well. Lily, welcome in, friend. How are you? I think we'll go ahead and continue with this part right here. Let's check our straightness up with that one. Roughly kind of that long. Bring it over. And after this, we'll put the trees down. And then our entranceway will be kind of good. Anna, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? I'd love to see Winterfell in this game, for real. And if you wanted to, you could recreate it, for sure. And that's the thing with this game. People come in sometimes and they're like, I don't know if I have the creativity. Well, if you don't have the creativity, then recreate. I say it all the time. If you don't have the creativity, then recreate. Whether it's a map that you like from a previous game, or a place in real life, a church that you drive past all the time, whatever the case may be. King's Landing would be awesome. I agree. I agree. Okay, I gotta get ready for work. Alright, Lana, friend, girl. As always, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a freaking boss. Big smooches. Don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it. But check the chat. Don't be weird about it. But love you, bye. Big smooches. We'll catch you next time. It's only available on Mac and PC. So no iPhone. F1, welcome in. Thanks for the heart, my friend. Yeah, this is my primary streaming game. For the most part, this is what we're playing. And for our next build, we're probably gonna work on like a Halloween themed next build. We haven't started anything about it yet, but I'm thinking like witches type of buildings. Maybe like include do y'all remember? I think they just recreated it, but like the OG Call of Duty zombies that has like the little farmer area. I think we're gonna recreate that spot as well. I don't know, that thinking about the next build, that's just been kind of popping out in my head as something to recreate. Caleb, welcome in, welcome in. Reese, awesome, I'll be sticking around. Glad to hear. Is who still here? Who we peeking for? 80. I might try to buy this around Christmas because I'm broke and basically only have cash. Caleb, haven't you been in here for a while? Keep an eye out because we do gift this game to people That's one of the things that we do with the live. So when we've gifted this game to 31 people so far, and that's through the money we've earned by going live here on TikTok. So it's not just me. It's literally gifts from the community. The 31 people that have been in the community. So hang around. At some point, we'll be gifting some more. Can't tell you when, but at some point we'll be gifting more. Actually, no, we can use that guy. Bring him over here. Let's do our fence. Run the fence across it. Let's do, I feel like that's way too intruding on this side. Let's bring that in. Let's put a light on top of it. We got a light on top of that one. We still need lights on the inside. We did lights on the inside of these. So we need a light on the inside of this one. We need a light here. And we have a light here. First time seeing someone play this game. How creative. Sophia. Wait a second. Volume. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Vol, I guess. I don't know. Sophia. Hang tight for just a second. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let me know when you're ready. And we'll zoom out so you can see the entirety of the map. Don't be too crazy about it. Okay, let's not amp it up too much, but hang tight. We're gonna zoom out. Does that look good? All right, Sophia, are you ready? What we're currently working on, a floating kingdom. It's inspired by Mount Saint Michel over in, was it Northwest France? Did we learn that recently? It's actually over Northwest, but that's what this is inspired by. So as you can see, it's floating. We have our upper class up here. We have our social spot up here, like a little diner, little bar, all the cool stuff like that. More social spots around the front. We have a market, little social spot right there. A farmer's market over here with a little spot for like performing and such stuff. And then more upper class areas, and then it goes down into the middle class with a little church. More little buildings, a little graveyard ceremony type area, something like that. And then just a couple more random buildings. We've got our loading dock down here. Dana, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing, friend? We're currently working on the entranceway. So I think we're pretty much done with the entranceway. We just gotta do a couple little touches. I love the dock. Honestly, Sophia, I think the dock is the best part of this build. I don't know what it is about the dock, but I think it just stands out the most. And I think it honestly looks really good. Do that same thing over here. There. And over here. Shrink it up just a bit. Make sure it's flat. Okay, let's correct our path just a little bit. Clean, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? We're almost done with this build. I feel like this build has taken forever. I'm not even gonna lie about it. So for this spot over here, we're gonna do like some sort of a garden area over here. And then over this way, I want to say we're just gonna do a little walking path and do some benches right here. That's kind of like a vantage point. Ghost Girl, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. All right, let's put these trees here real quick. We're going to put them over here, and we're only going to pick out the small trees. Let's grab this guy. We're going to do 2 per section. It's a big tree. It's a small tree. It's a small tree. Fair Green, pretty lucky. I think we can go smaller. Is this guy small? Maybe that guy. For sure, this guy. Big tree. And we can adjust the way the land is right there. Let's do one more tree back here. One more small tree. Look at that, perfect. So, I think we're pretty much, I want to say we're pretty much done for the day. We'll do some tours and answer some questions and such stuff. Let's look at this at night real quick. So hang tight, let's start at nighttime. We've got 232 people in here at the moment. So if you've been in here hanging out, lurking, doing the thing, do me a favor, drop a follow, send some likes, say something in the chat, be engaged. All those things help out the live tremendously. Sophia turned out very cute. Thank you so much. Love it. Thank you, thank you. Love the style of this game. It's amazing. So here's our entryway. What we created today. Here's our floating kingdom. That's the map we've been working on. And we're working on where we come in. This is where you come into the village. You come in, you look up, you're like, wow, look, there's the floating kingdom. Atomic, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Alley Cat woke up just in time for the tour. Glad you made it back in. So we've got the fence going along either side with trees and lights. Sorry I'm here so late, Dana. Girl, no worries. Thanks for being here. We also need a roller coaster. We'll finish off with a roller coaster. So I think that entryway turned out pretty good. I think what we're going to do, we'll create a little footpath coming off this way and put a couple benches down because I feel like this will be a nice little vantage point for people to sit if they were visiting. I think this would be a nice little spot for that. Just ignore this building right here. That's where we have all our props. Patty, done. Pathway. Oh gosh. Luke, welcome in, welcome in. Darren, how are you? And I think we're also going to put a little path coming off on this side and do like some sort of a little garden over here. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. And then when we come in, we still have space for a couple buildings. So this area over here, I'm gonna turn the sun back on. So brace yourself if it's dark. But we are going, and honestly, I'm not sure how we're going to do this area because I kind of want to do a communal building over here. So maybe we'll do a long building like that. Are you tired of building houses? Oh gosh, never. Maybe we'll do like some sort of a communal building over here as well. Maybe, I don't know, like it's, I'm kind of torn on how to do this spot. Let's do like the foundation of what it might look like. Maybe something, just, I don't know, I'm so torn about how to fill this spot. I don't want to be like too crazy. The last building that we put over here, I felt like we got too big with it too quickly. I don't want it to be that big. Like a market. So we have a market up here. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, if we do a communal building, we have this giant kingdom, right? So I don't want to take away from the giant kingdom. But maybe we'll do something. I'm trying to think of how we would have it. We would also have this more centered. This definitely needs to be more centered. Pretty centered, yeah. Maybe like a little bit like that. We're kind of just roughing it and chatting and looking. And then maybe, oh gosh, I don't even know, maybe something kind of, something like this. And on the front side of it, we'll do you may have an addiction. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Something like this. Bring that down. I don't want to be too drastic. And then this spot right here. Bring this up. Lower that down. We'll rotate it this way. Take this guy. Flatten it out. Just kind of rough this real quick. Maybe something like this. I don't know. It's kind of big, so we might have to do something, scale it down a little bit. I don't know. we'll think of something. If we do this, I would definitely want to do arches with it as well. So we definitely. Oh gosh, we're getting side quested so bad. So bad. Let's take this guy, put it up to that guy right there. Take this end. Could you please tell me what's the daily theme? Oh gosh. Honestly, I haven't even looked. What do you think? Something like that? Is this acceptable for this area? I feel like we've already committed to it. I feel like we just have to like full send it a little bit. Patty, also, thank you for the 10 tiny Carls. Thank you so much. F1 with the heart meat. Ditto coming in with the heart meat also. And how do you say that name? Fortijern? Fortigen? X is locked in. Be prepared to be ignored. Girl, what do you mean? I never ignore anybody. Look, like the entire community of TikTok content creators got together and they discussed who was the most attentive to the chat. And they got together and they all voted and nominated me. And there was an unofficial ceremony held and a celebration that just said X is never locked in and always attentive. It was crazy. I know you'd probably never believe it, but it's true. Marlene. Oh gosh. Marlene. Is he gaslighting? Oh gosh, y'all are crazy. Crazy. What do we think? Is this acceptable for what we're doing here? Let's maybe lighten. All right, maybe not. Lighten this guy up. Lighten this guy up. Give it some of that contrast. Lighten this guy up. Does that fit with everything, or is that too? And we can delete. Don't worry, we can delete because we need it to match what we have going on. Sheila, you can kind of do interiors. You can kind of do them. They're kind of challenging, but you can. Starry, welcome in. Thank you for the heartbeat. Look at that profile picture, Starry. Look at that profile picture. Let me click it. Girl. Fine. Very. Girl. Okay. Very well written. Looks amazing. That's crazy. Oh gosh. I don't know. Looks like a church. Yeah, it's supposed to be more like a communal building. We have a church over here. But here's the thing. I think we might need to gauge it back a little bit because I think like it's a scale of it. I think it's getting a little too big. But sometimes with like communal buildings, that's okay. You know what I mean? We'll have to adjust it a little bit. We kind of really just roughed it in there. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. TBH. TBH. Should we do the tour at nighttime or daytime? Yeah, I want it to be mainly like kind of like either like just a school building or a social building or something kind of like that. Let's see, let's see. Let's do a quick tour and then we're gonna call it quits. We've been going for right at 2 hours. We've got 82,000 likes, 68 new followers, 29 people have gifted, 11,000 people have stopped by live, 150 people in here at the moment. So if you're new here, drop a follow, say something in the chat, send some likes. If you're feeling generous, send a heart me. So yeah, this is Tiny Glade. This is our floating kingdom. Sheila, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Did Jill just join? Did we just see Jill pop in? Girl, welcome in. It's at DC. I can't really read that with the special characters, the font. Thank you for the rose, friend. Thank you, thank you. Marlene coming in with the tiny Carls. Thank you so much. 5 tiny Carls. Thank you so much, friend. I think on the top we're gonna put more of these type of buildings. And like we're pretty close to being done. Oh yeah, Patty, roller coaster. Girl, what's your profile picture? Is that a duck? Oh, Patty. I'm kind of heartbroken. Yeah, we'll finish off with a roller coaster. Patty's profile picture looks like a duck with sunglasses. Is me too cool for this? That's crazy. Honestly, I think our dock down here, I think the dock is probably my favorite spot still. Honestly, we could probably do a little more with this fence right here. But oh well. Town looks dead. Yeah, all the clutter that you add, that's kind of what really brings the town to life. All the clutter and all that stuff. But there are no NPCs. Yeah, I'll check the daily theme before we leave. Honestly, these stairs, probably my favorites. Yeah, Bandit, I feel like the lack of NPCs is part of what makes this game. Alley Cat, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, Bandit, if you want to see the NPCs, I'll show you. I'll show you our NPCs. I think the church turned out pretty good. Yeah, honestly, I don't know about this building though, you all. Maybe we'll mess with it, see what happens, see if we like it. If you don't read my message, it's all good. Can you pet a duck in honor of my new profile picture? Wait, let me look at your profile picture. Hmm. I think you need to screenshot this duck and put those on his face. That's what you need to do. Oladale, welcome in, welcome in. We're just finishing up, friend. All right, real quick. Real quick. Two things. One, the graveyard. Patty said focus. All right, Patty, hang tight. To the graveyard. NPCs. Here are the NPCs. Roxy coming in with the heartbeat. Let's go. Yeah, the camera's so hard to focus sometimes. I don't know why it does that. Hi, ducks. Can we please get a picture? Yeah, you can say that. RIP. RIP to the NPCs. RIP. Alright, next thing. Let's look at the daily theme. It's two neighbors. This is the daily theme. The prompt that it gives you. It gives you the one neighbor, and I guess you're in charge of creating the other neighbor. And last but not least, we're going to finish off with a roller coaster, and then we're done. That's it. So, genuinely, thank you all for being here. Thanks for all the new follows. Don't be weird. If you've been lurking, send a heart me, a comment, a like, I don't know, all the things. Do the thing. Oladale, your girlfriend loves the game. That's awesome. It was a little hard at first, but she changed the keyboard fine to make it easier. Yeah, so what helps me out with moving and stuff is strictly just using the mouse. I find the mouse a whole lot easier than using the keyboard. Hey Kong, welcome in. Thanks for the rose. Roxy Lee, thanks for the tiny Carl and the heart, me friend. Thank you so much. Alright, we're gonna go one trip back. Oladale, I'm glad your girlfriend likes the game though, friend. Once when you all get to some builds you like, join the Discord, share your builds, do the thing. Bean, hopefully you had a good nap, friend. Alright. One more time. That's it. Then we're hopping off. Tomorrow hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to finish off the lower build. And then the next day we'll do the finish off the top part. So hopefully in 3 lives we'll have that build completely finished. Alright. Roxy, we love you. Just as an update, last time I was live, I mentioned giving away the game. Since then, we've given it away to 31 people in total. So that's where we're at with that. Wait, I saw 80? What do you mean? All right, for real. Everyone, thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being part of this. We're at 87,000 likes, 70 new followers, 31 people came in with gifts, 12,000 people stopped by the lives, 120 people in here at the moment. Tally, welcome in. If you haven't done so, drop a follow. This is your last chance before we leave. That's awesome. Keep going. Take care. Absolutely. Thanks for being in here. Much love. Don't be weird. Don't be weird about it. But big freaking smooches. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. Stay fucking cool. Do the things. Big smooches. Love you. Stay safe. Buckle your seatbelts. Know your worth. Do all the good things. Check in on your homies. Tell them you love them. Big smooches. Love you. Bye.